I can love them. I love them so much. Ah, they kill it. Hello my wonderful royals and welcome to my YouTube channel Brick K-Pop Reactions. Today we are doing the incredible Pixy once again on the channel, and I'm hugely excited to check out their first ever mini album today. It is called Bravery, and I'm going to be checking out the full album. I did of course react to the MV today, literally just a couple of hours ago. I reacted to the MV when it first dropped. That reaction is of course out there, so please do check it out if you've not already. That would be awesome. Catch up on my journey with of course Pixy, and of course this album thus far, and of course if you are new, hello, welcome. If you are a Winxie, which I believe is Pixy's fandom name, is that official now? Is that officially their fandom name now, Winxie? I think it is. If you are one of those lovely people, then you might be interested in checking out my previous Pixy reactions, including, as I say, that MV reaction, but also my previous ones beforehand, where I reacted to Wings, and I reacted to Ella's cover of Ariana Grande, which blew my damn mind. All of that good stuff. So please do check out those previous reactions and catch up on my journey thus far up to this point. As I say, I'm hugely excited for this album today. As I stated in my MV reaction, this is a group that just have had a huge impact on me. I just clicked with them immediately. They're my favourite new group of the last few years. I absolutely and utterly adore them, and I genuinely cannot wait to check out this album today. Before we begin, of course, guys, if you enjoy this reaction, please drop us a like, drop us a comment, and of course subscribe to my lovely self. Join the royal family, become a royal yourself. As I say, I do adore this group, so if you are a fan of this group, there will be more Pixy content coming, of course. Anything they release, so please do stick around on the channel and hit that subscribe button. That would be awesome. But with all that being said, we are just going to get straight into this thing, because I'm bloody well excited to check out this album today. It is Pixy time. Let's do this. So this is Pixy with their album Bravery, and I am starting of course with the intro, which is the first track on the album. It's called Fly With My Wings. I believe this intro was featured in one of the teaser videos. I think, I don't know if the full intro was included in that, I'm not entirely sure, but I believe it was included. I'm excited. I'm just going to press play. Let's do it. Oh, before we begin, actually, I should probably better preface this by mentioning that obviously with these reactions, normally when I do album reactions and things on YouTube, I react to lyric videos. Now, because I am so early with this and I'm reacting on the very same day it came out, there are no lyric videos yet for any of these songs. So as a result of that, I found somebody that has uploaded the songs onto YouTube. The songs aren't on the official channel yet. I was kind of hoping they would be, so I could watch them on there or listen to them on there, but they're not. If they get put on the official channel, obviously I will go and listen to them on there, of course, because I want to support this group as much as possible. But for now, this is the only place I can listen to them. So I am listening to these, having the screen from the upload from this lovely person who is or the name, I should probably credit them, Album K-pop. I don't know if that's deliberately spelled wrong. Album. Thank you so much for uploading these. As I say, I do of course appreciate it, but as I say, I do want to support this group as much as possible. I will certainly be streaming these songs at the MV. I'll be streaming the songs on Spotify, all that kind of stuff. I'll be doing everything I can to support this group, but I am obviously aware that these are externally uploaded by someone else, but at the moment that's all I've got. So I'm gonna go with this. This is the intro. Let's do it.
Time, there were 6 fairies living in a dark, mystical forest.
I love the lore. That's part of what drew me in.
They were born without
Go away,
wings. Mocked and neglected by the other fairies, they maintained their pure souls by forming a friendship with the majestic winged butterflies.
This
One day, one fairy was scavenging flowers to make hairpins and
story.
came across a torn pair of glistening wings.
The intro sounds epic. Even the intro. Oh, so good. So good. So good. I love this group. Oh, you know what? I guess you're so psyched up, doesn't it? I guess you're so psyched up. I don't. Who recorded that? Because I know like Dajong does the. Who is my bias wrecker, by the way, in the group. Dajong does the like whispery bit at the start of Wings and stuff. I don't know if she does. Who does the like those sort of bits? I'm trying to think. I don't know who has kind of, because it's very good English. I'm trying to think who in the group has that kind of English experience of being able to pull off something like that. I'm not 100% sure. I have watched some of the behind the scenes and stuff and things, but I can't recall having any evidence of who actually records those bits on those little teasers and things and those intros. Let me know if you know in the comments. That'll be awesome. It's so good, man. It's so good. It just sets you up so nicely. I have pre-ordered this album, by the way. I did mention it in the MV reaction. I was supposed to mention it in the intro earlier, but I forgot. But I have pre-ordered this album. I'm really excited to receive it. Like I say, I just want to support this group as much as possible. I really do. I want them to get huge. I want them to get more attention, and I hope they do, because this comeback. I mean, just Let Me Know alone is just killer. And speaking of Let Me Know, that is the next song. And obviously I've already reacted to it, so I already know the song. However, I have at this point only listened to it once because I literally reacted to it for the first time just a few hours ago, so I've not listened to it again since. I figured since I've only listened to it once, we'll watch a cheeky live, because they have dropped at this point a live performance from, I can't remember which show it is. It's one of the shows, one of the music shows. I'll find it in a minute. Mnet possibly. So that does exist. So I figured, you know what? Yes, we'll watch a live performance of Let Me Know, which I'm really excited for, and that will be next. So this is track number 2 on the Bravery mini album, which is of course Let Me Know, the title track. And as I say, I'm going to be doing a comeback stage of it. It is indeed from Mnet, M Countdown. And it only dropped, I think, an hour or so ago, a couple of hours, something like that. So I genuinely cannot wait to check this live out. Now, with it being a live stage, there is a possibility that I could get blocked for it. If that happens, it might be that I have to put an effect on the actual screen that you're viewing to kind of, basically, so I can get away with it. Which hopefully it won't come to that. But if it does, I apologise if there is an effect on it for you guys when you watch it. If worse comes to worse, I'll have to remove it altogether and you won't even see this. So I'm just talking for no reason right now. But hopefully it won't come to any of that. So we'll see what happens. This is Let Me Know live stage. Oh! I love that start with like Deer on the girl's feet. I love Deer's hair in this. Yes. I love the wing. Oh, I love it so much. It's so good, the choreo, man. Pixy have really good choreo. Look, oh my god. Oh my god. First of all, this song is so good. Second of all, this pre-chorus is so good. Third of all, Ella, it's so good. She just murders me. She absolutely murders me. For those of you that don't know, Ella is my Pixy bias. She absolutely slaughters me. Like, from the point of view of, like, obviously her vocals are just out of this world incredible. She kills it with these stages and stuff. Just like from a visual standpoint, you know, her little looks to the camera and things, that wink earlier, she just kills it. There's just something about her. She's just got a presence. She's an absolute star in my eyes. She really is. She's just fantastic. Right, continue. Look at all. It's so good. Oh, the hair is as well. Sabiel kills it in this comeback. It is so hard, this chorus. Oh, it's so good. It looks so badass. The outfits. I can't deal with it. Lola, yes, Lola. She's so good. Oh, I got Sabio. The MV, man, she kills it in the MV. Dear. Oh. It's such a good song. It's such a good song. It's fucking pre-chorus. This pre-chorus is so good. Oh my god. Dajong, man. Dajong. You know what? Part of what's so strong about Pixy for me is that I don't know what it is, but like, because obviously they've got the whole like fairy lore, which gives them a bit of mystery and stuff, you know. But like these particular members, and I don't know, maybe it's the way they make them look and stuff with, I don't know, with the hair and things like that, and the makeup. But to me, like these particular members just really strike me as just like perfect for this concept, like this whole kind of fairy concept. It's kind of got a bit of a dark edge to it as well, in the way they've presented it at times. For some reason, these particular members just really work for it. Like the likes of Dajong is really strong visually for this. Like Dia and Ella as well really works with it, like with her hair and stuff. She just makes me think, yes, she's a fairy. She is a fairy queen. I don't know what it is. Everything about this group is just gold to me. It's absolute gold. I cannot stress how much I adore this group. I really genuinely can't. They blow my mind. I adore them. I want them to be huge. This is such a good song. This is such a good song. Look at them. Look at them. Oh, the choreo as well. The choreo is so good. That Jong. Lola, that blue in hair. Oh. This bridge as well. Look at Ella. Look at the choreo. She's like sitting there like a princess on a throne. The queen. The fairy queen. That little bit of like auto-tune or whatever they're doing there. That effect is so nice. God! I fucking love them! I love them so much! Ah, they kill it. Oh my god. They're so good. They're so good. Ella is an absolute star. Her presence is just off the charts. I can't. No, I don't care, mate. I don't care. You can't take me down. I'm too high for you. You can't bring me down from this high. Who are you? Colourful standard. Well, fuck off, mate. No, I don't need it. I appreciate the organic clothing and all that stuff, but not right now, mate. Not right now. I'm in some like fairy wonderland. I don't need organic clothing right now thrown in my face. Well, it really wants me to watch Taman, you know. It really does. last couple of like reactions I've done, it keeps like trying to get me to watch Taman afterwards. To be fair, I need to watch it. I love that so much. It's such a good song. And the thing is, right, I'm incredibly biased towards this group because I love them. But when I say it's an incredibly good song, it's not coming from that place. It's coming from a genuine place of this is a fucking incredible song. It doesn't matter what group it was. Obviously it helps that it's a group that I absolutely adore. But this is just a good song for me. An incredibly good song. I really, really like it. I'm really looking forward to just binging it and listen to it over and over and over again to just see where it sits in terms of like where I would rank it against the rest of what we've seen this year so far and stuff. And against Wings, to be fair, because I love that as well. But it's so good. That live performance was killer. That live performance was killer. They did so well. They just slay it. There's something about Pixie's choreography that really works. Everything about them, man. It's just so amazing. It's just so amazing. And now we are going to move on to track 3. So this is Pixie with Hot in brackets the Moon, which always confuses me because I never really know how to, like, do you just say the moon? I mean, it's listed here by this person that's uploaded these videos as the moon. I don't, because there's a hot in front. I never really know what's like. Hot the moon sounds a bit odd, doesn't it? I don't know. The point is, that's what this is. Let's do it. I'm so excited. My first ever Pixie B-side. Oh my god. Got my adverts. Oh, the rappers. Wait, is that Sackville? I'm not sure. That deep tone. Pixie are pre-chorus queens. They're pre-chorus queens. Oh, that little like whistle thing. Oh, interesting song. Sorry, what? Oh, what is this? Oh. Jesus, I don't know what to think of this song so far. I need to try and work out the voices, you know, the different like tones of the voices and stuff. That's something I've not kind of solidified yet, like in terms of like the rappers and things especially. Because one of the rappers has a deeper voice. I'm not 100% sure if that's... I should have paid more attention to the MVs and things when I was watching it too. Who has it, but one of them has a distinctly lower tone, and I'm not sure if that's Lola or Sapiol. It could even be Dia. I know she raps sometimes as well, so I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. So that chorus, man, such a kind of odd chorus that I didn't expect, but it's really interesting with like the whistle and everything. That pre-chorus, Pixie are pre-chorus queens. They really are. Like Wings, the pre-chorus of Wings is one of my favourite pre-choruses possibly of all time. I adore that pre-chorus. Let Me Know has a really fucking strong pre-chorus as well. Now this as well. They just seem to have a habit of just really pulling off these pre-choruses beautifully. Vocals, man. So clean, they're so clean, the vocals. Love it. That little like... Didn't do a bad job. They might be bridge queens as well. So good, the vocal. Oh! Oh, it's such a... Oh, the beat and everything is so kind of smooth and like, oh. Who are you? Yes, vocal. Was that Ella? I'm assuming. I don't know. From And again, this is my issue of it always takes me a while to like differentiate voices, and this is why I always use lyric videos, but obviously I haven't got them this time to kind of use as a frame of reference for these vocals. But I know Ella obviously is an incredible vocalist and does a lot of high notes and things, so I assume that would be her, but I don't know if any of the other members are particularly adept at doing high notes like that. I know Dajong's voice is strong, and I think does Dia have quite a strong voice as well. Like I said, I'm still learning when it comes to that kind of thing. That always takes me a while to learn different voices, even when I know all the members. But that fucking high note, that high note, so good. I'm gonna assume Ella. Oh my god. Absolutely, yes. Good fucking start. Good starts, girls. Well, hang on. Making Film Weekly. OST. What? Right. Weekly, mate, I love you, but not right now. Wait your turn. Wait your turn. Are you butting in on my Pixy reaction? God's sake, I need to try and pause it before it tries to shove me onto other videos. I really enjoyed that. That is one of those that I think I'll have to give more of a listen, because that chorus especially, like, I think by the end I was definitely warming to it, and I was really feeling it. At first it threw me off a bit. I wasn't ready for it, but I think definitely towards the end I kind of warmed to it. So I think I will grow on this song a lot. Pre-chorus bridge, absolutely yes. Obviously that high note towards the end, yes. I absolutely loved. I just love the whole vibe these girls give off, man. These songs give off. And now we are going to move on to track number 4. So this is Pixy, obviously, with Greedy, which is track number 4 on the mini album. Let's do it. No adverts. It's quite a heavy R&B influence in these songs, isn't it? So far, at least, on the B-sides. Vocals again, so clean. I love it. The rap line in this group, yes, it's so good. Oh, Pixy. Oh, yes, yes. Oh, this chorus. Oh. Yes to that chorus. Yes, to that chorus. It's very R&B, isn't it? Very R&B. I love it, man. I love it. With some of this songs in the because I noticed like there's a teaser called Greedy as well, and I didn't click to that at the time. I don't know if there's more like concept teasers involving the members and stuff that have the names of the songs from the album. I need to have a look, to be honest, because I have checked out all those concept teasers, but I didn't click at the time that it was this. If it's the same names as a track list, like it's just the names of the songs from the album. I didn't realise that at the time, so I didn't really click to the fact that they may have been playing some of the songs in the teasers. Let me know if that's the case. I'm not 100%. I just noticed there was a concept teaser called Greedy, so I just thought, oh, maybe they've actually played some little snippets of the songs in there. I'm not 100%, but I love this, man. I love that chorus. That chorus. Yes. Yes. Oh, you wonderful fairies. The rap line. The rap line, man. I can't. So good. vocals, man, it's so nice. Sounds horrible. They make me melt, these vocals, man. It's so good. Yeah, oh, so clean. This chorus. Woohoo! Oh my god. Oh. It's so good, it goes. Oh. Vocals! Oh, Pixy. I love this chorus. This chorus is fantastic. Oh, that as well. When it goes a bit higher, really works. Fucking yes, Pixy. Oh, I love it. I love it. No, don't. No, because I tried to stop it before it. Is it Haze? Where's that song from? I should check that out some point. I need to check out more of Haze. Anyway, it's irrelevant right now. Oh, I love it. I love the kind of I love the R&B feel to it. The vocals on it were just stunning. I feel like they're such a good vocal group, and rap group. To be fair, that rap line I love. Lola and Sabil are awesome. And then, like I say, I think Dia comes in as well with raps from time to time as well, and it's just so good, vocally. With Ella, is Sue a vocalist? I'm not entirely sure position wise with this group yet. I've not really learned other than obviously knowing that Ella is main vocalist. I know that obviously the rappers and things, but in terms of particularly Dajong and Sue, I'm a bit unsure of their official position with regards to, are they kind of main vocalists and things as well, or vocalists? I think Dajong, I know that Dajong has strong vocals, so I assume she would be a kind of vocalist, maybe main vocalist. I'm not 100% sure. I need to look it up. To be honest, I need to look it up. In fact, I'm going to look it up right now. Okay, so I did look it up. In between cuts there, I did look it up because I wanted to know. And I was pretty much there with it, to be fair. Sue and Dajong are essentially vocalists. They're vocalists. It didn't really say anyone was on the particular profile I looked at. It didn't say main vocalist or anything like that, so I don't know where it sits in that regard. It didn't say main rapper or anything, it just said rappers for the rappers. But yeah, those two are vocalists. Obviously Ella's a vocalist, presumably main vocalist. Also the leader, which I already knew. So that makes sense. It seems like Dia is basically an ace. It's dancer, rapper, singer, vocalist, everything. Which is fair enough. I fucking love them. And now we are going to move on to track number 5, which is Insomnia, the final B-side of the album. So this is Pixy with Insomnia, and this is effectively the final song of the album in terms of original songs. It's the final B-side of the album, if you will. The rest, so there's a couple of instrumentals after this as well, and the Wings remix, which I will be checking out. I'm not going to check out the instrumentals purely because it seems a bit redundant to check if I've already done the songs. I don't know, instrumentals, I don't really tend to do them in these directions just because it doesn't seem like there's much point really, but I will of course do the Wings remix because I'm intrigued by that. This is Pixy's Insomnia. Let's do it. Is that, wait, did it stop? Seems to be a really weird place to start. Did I have it at 1 second? Okay, it works. It just seems to cut in really randomly. Nice. I love the la-las. Again with the vocals, man. It's ethereal. Wow. It's beautiful. rappers. All these rappers. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Oh. Vocal. Yeah. Oh, I can't do that. I can't sing. That's so sick. The vocals. Oh. Oh. Oh my god, the vocal. Oh fucking! You know what I love about this as well? I've been talking all the way through about like how good the vocals have been. Like obviously, I've been talking about the vocals being really clean and things, but like this brings a different flavor to it, where you've got these more kind of breathy vocals. He's like, that's not a good impression of the singing. Don't take that as a prime example of what's going on. But that kind of sort of more breathy style singing, that works so well. They do it so well. Like it's so ethereal and stuff. In that verse, it's like they were kind of layering it as well. So you had all these different vocals, these breathy vocals going off. It just works so well together. Oh my god, it's so good, so good. And then you got these rappers coming in as well. Samuel Lola just popping in here. It flows so nicely. Oh. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Yeah, I love that. I need to find out how he's doing these vocals. Oh, it sounds so gorgeous. Oh my god, it's so good. There we go. Oh. Fuck me, these vocals. Oh my god. Oh, I can't cope. I can't cope. They're such a good vocal group. They're such a good vocal group. This bit as well. Oh, it's perfect. It's fucking perfect. Vocally, that just blew me away. They're so good vocally, and I didn't even realize this. Like, I wasn't aware of just how good they were. Obviously, I knew they had like Ella. I knew Ella was a very strong vocalist, but I wasn't aware of just how good the group is from a vocal standpoint. Obviously, we saw some of that in Wings, and didn't let me know, to be fair. But like this song, especially, I feel like really kind of highlights just how good they are from a vocal standpoint. And it's the way it's kind of layered and things within the song, and like just there when it was hitting that last chorus and they had these like sort of layered vocals on top of each other and the ad-libs over the top, and it was all so beautiful. It's just so beautiful. And like I say, with these kind of like sort of more breathy vocals and stuff, it's just that like ethereal sounding, angelic. It blows me away. Those kind of vocals always get me anyway. And so when you got essentially an entire song of them, there's no way in hell I'm going to be able to deal with it. It's so good. I absolutely adored that. I absolutely adore that. All these B-sides are so strong. Again, I see that kind of a bit of an R&B influence throughout, which I really like. Absolutely, yes. And now finally I am going to check out the Wings remix. So this is Pixy with the Wings remix. It is the final song I'll be doing on this album. There are 2 instrumental songs, as I say at the end. I think is it Let Me Know and what's the other one? I should check. Let Me Know and The Moon. They've got instrumentals to both of those songs, which I will certainly listen to, but I figure for a reaction it's not really relevant since I've already reacted to both songs in question. So I am just gonna do this one and then end there. It also avoids it being too long, the reaction. So this is the Wings remix, which I'm really intrigued about. I know, again, this was in one of the teasers. I think all of these songs had snippets and teasers, I've got a feeling, because I know all the teasers had like the names of the tracks on them, which again I didn't realise at the time. I didn't click on that, but now I've realised it. So I've definitely heard part of this, but I'm intrigued. And I adore this song so much, so I'm intrigued to see what they do with it. Coke Vanilla. I love this fucking drum. In case you're wondering. That epicness in the background. I don't know. You know what? This is my lack of musical knowledge. I don't really know what like instruments are at play there to make that sound. I wish I did know. I'm not great on my musical knowledge in terms of that kind of thing, but let me know if you know. But that just sound in the background just feels like epic. It's like building really nicely. It feels like something's coming. Those Ella vocals without like the backing, but just that piano. Oh, so strong. Oh, that beat. Oh. Oh, the guitar! Oh! Oh! That's... This is mad. What? Give me a minute. Jesus Christ. I was like setting myself up for a certain sound at the start and everything, with the way it sounded and everything. Even going to like the pre-chorus with Ella's vocals coming in, that with the piano. And then suddenly out of nowhere, Guitar City Central and the chorus, which I absolutely loved. And then now we're going into the second verse, and we've got this like heavier like guitar sound. Like a proper good full-on like rock song, or like metal almost. Where's this come from? I'll tell you what though, I love it. So good. It's just like a mashup of sounds. Styles. This beat, when that beat comes in, oh. You're gonna get the guitar again? No. Is it still there? Oh, it's that bit. Oh, that piano. Oh, the piano. Oh yes, that sounds so good. Oh, what is this song? Well, the remix. The remix of it. Yeah, the guitar's back. Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh, that ended. That ended, man. Dude, that was an experience, wasn't it? Oh, fuck, what?
Celebrate the return to cinemas with the most acclaimed film of the year. Nomadland is the winner of the Oscar for Best Picture. Best Director Chloe
Is
Zhao
it? I didn't
and
watch
Best
the
Actress
Oscars.
Frances Mc-
You know what? I didn't watch the Oscars. I don't bother because I feel like it's just like all the films are included are just like films that half of us haven't even seen or are aware of. I feel like it's not really representative of the general populace, so I just never bother with it because I'm like, I probably don't know any of the films anyway. Not that I'm saying there's anything wrong with the films, but just generally, it just doesn't interest me. The Oscars as a whole. I'm sure the film's wonderful, mate, but again, I'm not interested right now. I'm not interested right now. Try me. What? Try me. Why? Why are you up in my face? Jesus. Also, don't play that MV. That gets blocked. Fucking hell, if I start playing that on my reaction, I'm going to get blocked. I don't want that. Thank you very much. Jesus. It's so good. That remix, man, it was just kind of an experience, wasn't it? It was like an audio experience. That's how I felt about it. Like, just all the different elements to it, the different, like, say, it was such a kind of eclectic mix of different sounds and styles and stuff. You know, and I'm always a bit iffy with remixes anyway. I'm always a bit kind of, like, generally I don't tend to like remixes that much because, you know, I very rarely find remixes that I prefer to the actual song. I feel like if I'm going to listen to a remix, I want it to kind of make the song better or give me a different experience or something different. And it's rare that I find remixes that I actually think, yeah, I'll go back to that and I'll actually listen to that separate to the original song. Jury's still out on whether I'll listen to that one. Well, I'm intrigued to listen to it again because I think it's, like I say, it's such a mishmash of stuff, which is interesting, and I really want to listen to it again to kind of get a feel for it. But I adore the original Wings so much that it's hard to even hear those vocals and everything put to a different backing and things, not the original kind of music and sound. But nevertheless, it's very interesting. The album was awesome. The album was awesome. I expected it to be. I knew I'd love it. This group are never going to fail me. I'm convinced. They've chosen me. I feel like they've chosen me. I have such a strong connection with them already. I feel like they've chosen me. That's what I'm going with. So yeah, I absolutely loved it. In terms of favourite songs, I really don't know because the thing is, Let Me Know, the title track, is so strong for me right now. I genuinely want to listen to that over and over again already. It may end up being my favourite of the album, to be honest, which is good because it's the title track and that's ultimately what you want, I suppose, in a lot of ways. In terms of B-sides, I really like the last one, Insomnia. I thought that for me was just so strong. Just vocally, I could just listen to that all day because of the sound of those vocals in there. It was so good. So I really like that one. Greedy, I really liked as well for that chorus. That chorus was so good on Greedy. The Moon, I was a bit less sure about, but again, towards the end, I was really feeling it. So I think with more listens, that one's going to grow on me a lot. Yeah, the album as a whole, I absolutely love. I really do. I just want this group to get more attention. I really, really want this group to get more attention. I just think they deserve it so much. They are incredible. Like I say, they've had a real impact on me, and I just want them to go from strength to strength because I think they are incredible, and not just from a song standpoint or anything like that, but the girls themselves just absolutely kill it. That live performance of Let Me Know was just so good. Ella is incredible as like a lead sort of figure in that group. Is so strong. All the members are so strong. Like the rap line is incredible. those vocalists and stuff. Dajong Murders Me. She's my wrecker. I absolutely love it to bits. Just the whole group is a potential powerhouse for me. I think they've got such potential. I just hope they get the opportunity to show that. I really do. Can't say enough good things about them. I think they're incredible. And with that being said, guys, we'll leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Please, if you enjoyed this reaction, drop us a like, drop us a comment, and of course subscribe to my lovely self. Join the royal family, become a royal yourself. Let me know in the comments, guys, what you thought of this album. I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear what your favorite tracks are, all that jazz. Please do again in the comments. I love to interact with comments. I love to respond to comments. So if you do drop a comment in there, I will likely reply. So please do get involved. Let me know your thoughts. And with that being said, I'll see you next time, guys. Sarangay. I love you all. Goodbye.